Hello everyone, it's Robin the Delta Crafter, and I want to thank you for joining me for another video on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing I think it's episode 3 of I Saw This Craft on the Internet. And what we're going to be making today is a Valentine's Day explosion box. I saw this craft on Instagram. It came across my feed and I thought it would be perfect to break down and create on this series that I have going called I Saw This Craft on the Internet. I have made an explosion box before, a very long time ago, where I had to create the explosion box from scrapbook paper, heavier cardstock, and I'll be sure to link that video for you down below. That explosion box had a Parisian theme, and I gave it to my mom for her birthday because she was planning a trip to Paris. And so, like I said, I'll be sure to link that below. But today's box is going to be a little bit different. It's actually a box within a box. So let's go ahead and get started with creating this explosion box. First thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the supplies that we have that we're going to be using. So to create this explosion box, you're going to need 2 gift boxes. These are paper mache gift boxes that I picked up at Michael's. And you're going to need to make sure that one of your boxes will fit inside the other, because we're going to kind of create, like I said before, 2 explosion boxes in one. So you'll want to make sure that the sizes of your boxes that you pick up, that one will fit within the other. So you'll need two paper mache boxes. Then I also picked up a couple of Valentine's Day themed stickers and other things to decorate our box with, or boxes with. So I picked up these heart stickers. They come in a bunch of different colors, and they're already sticky on the side. You just have to peel off the backing paper. I picked up some bubbles that are in a Valentine's Day shaped bottle. And some of these came from Hobby Lobby and some of them came from Michael's. So I picked up 2 colors of doilies, some red and some white ones. I also picked up these love letter stickers, which I thought were just adorable, since we, be using these, the box, and we can be sending love letters to our gift receiver. I picked up these craft colored bags, these fabric gift bags, and there's 3 in a pack here, but we're only going to be using 1. So, and I'll show you how we're going to do that in just a moment. I picked up this little topper here. It actually has a clip on it, but what I think I'm going to do if I decide to use it, and it's shedding everywhere, remove it from the clip and then use just the individual hearts. We'll see. I'm not sure, 100% sure I'm going to use this, but I have it just in case. I picked up some felted flowers. I thought these would be cute to add to the box, and it's going to expand our colors. So we'll have red, purple, and pink. And then I bought a friendship bracelet kit, because friendship bracelets are all the rage right now, and I thought this would be cute to tuck into the box as well. We've got a gift card here. Then we also have 2 different colors of double-sided ribbon. I have red and I have white. If you've watched any of my gift wrapping videos, or some of my other videos that are not about card making, I always tell everybody to have these 2 colors of double-sided satin ribbon on hand at all times. There are so many holidays that use red, Valentine's Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, and white as well. White will go with anything. It's just a good idea to have these 2 colors of double-sided ribbon on hand at all time. I'll make sure that I link below where I get these 2 double-sided ribbons from. I get them from Amazon, and I think these are 1 inch or 1.5 inches wide. But again, I'll be sure to link them below for you, so you'll be able to grab them easily. So those are the supplies that we're going to be using today. But I did have one other thing that I wanted to show you. So Michaels has, in their recollections kit section, a memory explosion box that is heart-shaped and it's already kind of folded for you. Now, I'm not a fan of this box because it is thin, and you can already tell that it will fold in and it will crease very easily. So this, to me, does not have the sturdiness that I would need, or I think would be necessary for how we're going to use, or what we're going to create today. But I did want to share with you, if you were unable to get your hands on the cardboard boxes that we're going to be using today, this is an option that's out there. Everything at Michaels right now, I think most of their Valentine's things are like 30 or 40% off. So you can get this at a better price than what's listed here. One last thing that we're going to be using or adding is I got some candy that we're going to be adding to our explosion box as well. All right, so to get started making our Valentine's explosion box, we're going to kind of deconstruct the boxes. So we're going to take the lids off. And I like that both of these boxes are white on the inside as well. That's going to help us a lot. And the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to bring in a box opener, and we're going to cut along the edge of each of our boxes, just from the top to the bottom. We don't want to go this way. We just want to make where our flaps will fold open in our explosion box. So we're just going to take our box cutter and gently and safely go down the edge of the box. Let's see. Oop. You want to do this carefully so you don't hurt yourself. And you also don't want to do that. Pull your paper. We can glue that down with some glue. There we go. Looks like going from the top is going to be our best bet. There we go. That was better. Get your blade started and then use a little bit of pressure and just slice straight down. Much better. You're going to do this to both boxes. All right, so there we go. We've got both of our boxes opened up, and we're going to place one box inside the other like that. But before we do, I want to go ahead and use a little bit of glue to glue the paper down that we pulled up with the box cutter. Then I'm going to go ahead and use my precision scissors to kind of clean this edge up just a little bit. So if you make any mistakes, you can always go back and clean them up and make everything look nice and tidy. So the next thing that I want to do is I'm going to set the little box to the side. And I want, when we close our box, I want red ribbon on the sides of this larger box. So I'm going to cut 2 lengths of ribbon, and we're going to hot glue those on the outside first because it's easier to work with this box while there's nothing in it. And so we're going to go ahead and do that first. So I'm going to take this double-sided satin and take maybe about 20 inches or so of the ribbon. You can measure it using the box as your guide. And what I want to do is I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to have my ribbon go over the edge. So I'm going to bring in my hot glue gun, and I'm going to glue the ribbon to the inside of the flaps using, and in place of with some hot glue. So I've had my hot glue gun over to the side warming up. So I'm just going to place a bead of hot glue right about in the middle. And I like to have my hot glue gun in a pan, a little inexpensive pan that you can get from your local dollar store. And that's where I kind of, it catches all the stray glue, as well as any, it's a great place to store it. You can keep extra glue sticks in there like I'm doing. All right, so that's going to be, cover that side, pull this around to the other side, and then we're gonna glue, put another bead of glue on this side. Of hot glue, and we're gonna press that ribbon right into that hot glue. Get all the little hot glue strays. All right, so I want to trim this off a little bit just to make it look neater. So there we go. And then we're going to have another piece of ribbon come in this way. So we're going to repeat that same process on the other side. All right, so now we've got our ribbon on all 4 sides of our box. It's time to move on to the next step. So the next step is we want to attach the smaller box to the bigger box by putting some hot glue on the base of the smaller box and pressing it into the larger box. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna kind of size that up. You want to make sure that your box is in the middle. The small box is in the middle of the large box as best you can. So now we're moving on to decorating. So I want to add some of the doilies to the inside of the large. And you can do this with regular glue or the hot glue. I think I'm going to use regular glue. So I'm going to set this hot glue gun aside because we'll need that again in just a moment. All right, so let's get some, any type of liquid adhesive you may have on hand. And you're gonna put some behind some of the larger spaces. You don't have to make sure, you don't have to make sure it's super secured down because we're going to place candy on top of these doilies. I think I actually am going to switch to my Artis glue. All right, let's get some of this squeezed on here. All right. You kind of want to offset those a little bit, but make sure that they are within the bounds of your panel here. So repeat over on this side. Just kind of tidying things up a little bit and making it pretty. So I'm going to go on and do this on all sides and get us ready to move on to the next step. Okay, so now we've got our doily hearts attached to all 4 sides. So I'm going to give that a little bit of time to dry. And I think we're going to add the candy to the sides and the decorations to these sides as the last thing that we do. So let's go ahead and move to the inside of the small box. Since when we're going to put the lid on this box, it's going to open, and this is going to be like the main attraction. So let's go ahead and kind of get that going. So I think I want to put a couple of these felted hearts on a side, and maybe use some of the heart stickers as well. Maybe, let's see. Because what we're gonna have in the middle of our package here, we're gonna place one of these fabric bags. And we're gonna put some, that gift card as well as the friendship bracelet little kit inside the bag. So we'll put the friendship bracelet in here. Got the friendship bracelet in there, as well as our little gift card. We're gonna stick that in there. Now, another thing that you could do if you wanted to is you can make a little envelope and you can have the gift card on the side flap here, slide the gift card in there. You could also make another envelope on this side and maybe put a personalized little love note to the person that you're giving this to, or a friendship note if it's a Valentine or something like that. Whatever you may choose to do, that's your prerogative. So I'm going to put this together and cinch the bag up, and then we're going to have the bag go on the inside. So let's go ahead and secure our hearts down. Peel the paper off of those. Now, you can go as detailed as you want with this box. If you have some other ideas or you have some other decor items in your stash, by all means, go all the way. I'd love to see what you create if you decide to make this little explosion box. And if you do, and you share it on Instagram or Facebook, please tag me, because I'd love to see how you used yours, or how you created yours, rather. So to attach this little felt flower, I'm going to put some hot glue on it. And press that into place. So we kind of got that, the middle and the inside box all together. You could also add some more candies in there if you want. And then we're going to close all of this up, and we're going to put our lid on. Isn't that cute? All right, so let's decorate the lid. And this is where I think I'm going to use one of these little hearts here. Hot glue that onto the lid, because once we close the box, it will, even with this dimensional piece on here, it will close. I'm contemplating whether or not I want to put some ribbon on this. Maybe a piece of white ribbon. Let's see. I'm gonna cut a length of white ribbon and maybe tie a simple bow. So if I take my ribbon and kind of make 2 loops like so, like this, I take these 2 loops, tie them together, or loop them with your rabbit ears, or however you learn how to make a bow, and we'll get this cute and simple bow. And this is one of the reasons why I love double-faced satin, because no matter, you know, it doesn't matter where your sides end, because both sides are satin, so you're going to end up with a very pretty bow. All right, so what if we did something like this? Oh yeah, I like that a lot. All right, so we're gonna stick with that. This thing is shedding everywhere. We're gonna go with that, and I think I like this side best. So we're gonna put some hot glue on this side of our bow. And I wanna kind of put some on all pieces of the ribbon so that my bow doesn't come loose if by chance the receiver pulls on the loops. So just make sure you get some ribbon. Hot glue ends up everywhere. I'm sorry, make sure you get some hot glue all over that ribbon. And I'm going to go ahead and pretty these ends up by making a fishtail on them. And there we go. Now I'm going to add a little bit of hot glue to our heart. And be careful with this because this is foam, so it will melt. I'm going to set that just like so. And that's going to be the top of the inside box. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. All right, so now it's time to move on to decorating our sides. And you can see that we have some space between this box and the side. So we're going to add some candies. So we've got some Skittles, some Starburst, some Reese's Cups, so some chocolate. You have to be careful with that, as well as Hershey bars and Kit Kats. So I think what we're going to do is put a little bit of everything. So let's kind of lay out how we want these candies to be. All right, so we're just going to go ahead and secure all these candies down with a little bit of hot glue. Let me use the Valentine's Day side. A little bit of hot glue, and being extra careful with our chocolates because, you know, hot glue and the chocolate might melt just a tiny bit. So, all right, let's go ahead and just put a little bit, just enough to secure it in place, like so. So now that we have all of our candies secured in place, we can go ahead and close up our box and put the lid on. Like that. One of the little edges of the Skittles are sticking out. All right, so now it's time to decorate the top of our explosion box. What do we think? We need some ribbon on this one too, on the top. I think we do. Let's tie another one of those simple bows. Let's see how that might fit into the top of this box. And I don't think I mentioned this earlier, but once you get your bow tied, then you just take your tails and adjust the loops of your bows until you get them in a place that you're happy with. And you can make it a little bit tighter, make the knot a little bit tighter, or leave it loose. Either way. Whatever makes you happy. What if we did something like this? I do think I want this up here. So let's go ahead and bring in that hot glue gun again. Alrighty. We have completed our explosion box. Let's take a look at the whole creation together. All right, so we've got our large box and it's closed. You know, from the outside, doesn't look like there's a whole lot going on. But we take the lid off. Look at that. It explodes and you see the candy. And then you see there's another box on the inside, a smaller box. If you take the lid off for that one opens up as well. I absolutely love this. Absolutely love this. I think this will be a great gift to give anyone for Valentine's Day, but you could also definitely extend this and make this for someone's birthday, an anniversary gift. Like, the uses are endless for what you could create an explosion box for. I'm just gonna go ahead and put the lid back on here, on the outside box. There we go. As a thank you for joining me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and my blog, I've created these adorable Valentine's Day tags as a free printable for you guys. There will be a link in my description box as well as on my website. You can download these and use them as you like, as long as you're using them for personal use. I really do appreciate all the time you guys spend with me each week, and I just wanted to make sure that you knew it in this season of love. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video on creating this Valentine's Day explosion box. If you have, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. And for all of the products that I can, I will list them and link them below for you. I will make sure that I also link the Parisian explosion box that I made for my mom for her birthday. You can always find me on Instagram and Facebook at The Delta Crafter, as well as on my website, thedeltacrafter.com. Until next time, everyone, enjoy!